hi YouTube, Mr. User Boss here, and this is my video of the top 5 upcoming 3DS games of 2015. So the year is fast approaching and there are some super awesome titles on the way for the system, as you would expect considering the recent sales surge. So number 1, as you can tell, is Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. So this is probably going to be the best selling game on the system, probably in its whole lifetime, maybe besides Pokemon, because I mean Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire sold ridiculously well. I think there were some record breaking sales there. But nonetheless, this is going to be extremely expansive. It's going to have more monsters than any other Monster Hunter game, new types of locales, new traps, ridiculous amount of new weapons, and actually new gameplay elements. They're now introducing a lot of verticality to the game, whereas before it was all about sort of plain lines and flat combat. Whereas now you'll be able to sort of climb on the back of monsters, scale walls, and do all sorts of jumps and maneuvers while still attacking. So number 2 is the 3D remake of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which was really well received. I mean, this is probably, apart from the Ocarina of Time, probably the best Legend of Zelda game that was ever created, and now it's getting a full 3D remake. Now this one is said to take advantage of the new 3DS, so I'm guessing that'll mean something like faster load times, possibly even better visuals, alongside games like Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, which will also be doing a similar thing. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be basically a remake of a pretty old game, so some of the mechanics might feel a little bit aged. However, I'm guessing that, they've worked on the visual style, so that's going to be up to date, and the controls and stuff we're expecting to be pretty polished at this point in the console's life cycle. So yeah, this is also pretty exciting because there are a lot of big Zelda fans on the system, as seen by the current release of titles. So, one game that we have in some regions but hasn't yet actually been released in others is Harvest Moon 3D: The Lost Valley. So this is not actually a series that I've ever really dabbled in, or actually ever even played at all, but I'm aware that it is a really good selling game and is quite popular with children who are slightly younger, and this has been a flagship title on the Nintendo platform since the original DS, and so clearly in its time it's built up quite an audience. So this game is actually bringing new farming techniques and tons of other online features. So number 4 is Dr. Kawashima's Devilish Brain Training. Now the original game that this is sort of succeeding, Dr. Kawashima's Brain Training, was one of the defining titles of the Nintendo DS. It literally launched straight into the stratosphere. So this game actually appealed to a huge audience which wasn't initially appealed to with the other games on the system. For example, single mums, families, parents, any sort of demographic can really get hold of this game and just play it, and it is one of the best and first in its genre. So the sequel is actually promising more games and also competitive online multiplayer, which is not asynchronous. So this is going to be super fun to play with family, friends, and yeah, it's going to be a really great game. Last but not least, a new Pokemon title. So this is not yet confirmed, and this is all basically speculation on my part, but considering their previous track record, it seems kind of likely that Pokemon will release maybe not a brand new title, but definitely at least a spin-off title in their series. But if they do release a new one, that's definitely going to be one to look forward to. I mean, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they had one of the best sales ever for a Pokemon game, so they've been some pretty record-breaking successes. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's likely we'll see another one. So yeah, what I actually want is not a remake. I want Pokemon to go back to the drawing board and recreate something really special. I mean, no, I want them to make a brand new set of Pokemon in a new region with new things to do. And I mean, with the last set of new Pokemon they created for Pokemon X and Y, it was pretty uninspiring. I mean, the number of new Pokemon was significantly less than previous generations, and let's just say that some of the designs were quite uninspired. So yeah, they just need to really nail it this time and sort of try to remember why Pokemon is so fun to play, and especially important is to add a really hard challenge mode, because I think that lack of difficulty is something really preventing this series from flourishing. So, are there any other games that you guys are seriously looking forward to on the 3DS? Let me know in the comments below and I will definitely read everything. Thanks for watching, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more.